What's going on, guys? It's Nate Dude! Today, we will be going over the update to the Templar tank build for the Elder Scrolls Online Flames of Ambition patch. We have changed a couple of things on the Paladin of Stendarr build from their previous update. However, the old setup still works. I just wanted to give it a more user-friendly setup. This setup has no trial gear. In fact, all the sets we are using is actually found in base game. There are a couple of different setup variations depending on group's gear. In particular, we will look at what gear the healer will be running. The build is now designed to help players control adds a lot easier, especially when you are running with pugs that tend to scatter the adds all over the place. I will also be doing 2 videos on this build. One video will be an extended version of the build with all the details on why I have this sort of setup and all the things that make this build tick. The other video will be an overview of the build. For those who just want a quick video of the build, can do so over there. In the videos, we will be going over stats, skills, passives, sets to run, and finally champion point setup for my current level. All of this is coming up next. Now, let's dive into the build for Paladin of Stendarr. Starting off in our character sheet. Max Magicka sits at 21,600, health at 40,800, and stam at 24,800. Our max recoveries can go for a whopping 1,400 Magicka recovery, 962 health recovery with stam recovery at 1,200. While we are running the tri-stat food buff, if you end up running Bewitched Sugar Skulls, then you're going to have a lot higher stats in health recovery along with max magicka, max health, and max stam. However, that's what I'm not running and is not needed for the build, but you can do if you want to. For max resistance wise, if we sit here, max resistance for spell is sitting at 35,300, physical resistance at 32,000. For attributes, we have 12 points into magicka, 40 points into health, 12 points into stam. For active effects, we have the Lord is our boon that we are using. Just increase our max health there. Over into skills, starting on our front bar. First ability we have is Solar Barrage. Next ability we have is Deep Slash. Next we have Silver Leash. Next we have Turn Evil. And then we have Pierce Armor, with our ultimate being Spell Wall. So Solar Barrage is down into the Dawn's Wrath skill line. It is second ability to unlock. Starts off as Solar Flare, we then morph it to Solar Barrage. This is a flex spot as well. We can also use, in the Adriatic Spear line, we can go all the way down to the bottom and use our 5th ability. Starts off as Sun Shield, morph it to Radiant War if you want a damage shield ability. Second ability we have is in the One-Handed Shield skill line. It is the second ability to unlock. Starts off as Low Slash. We morph it then to Deep Slash. Next ability we have is all the way down into the Fighter's Guild skill line. It is the first ability to unlock, starts off as Silver Bolt, we then morph it to Silver Leash. Next ability is also in the Fighter's Guild skill line. It starts off as Circle of Protection. It's the second ability to unlock. We morph it then to Turn Evil. Next ability we have is back up into the One-Handed and Shield skill line. It is the first ability to unlock, starts off as Puncture, we then morph it to Pierce Armor. Again, we have Spell Wall, which is in the One-Handed Shield skill line. It starts off as Shield Wall, we morph it to Spell Wall. If you do not want Spell Wall and want a different one, I would then recommend in the Restoring Light ability, that ultimate there, that starts off as Rite of Passage, I would morph it to Remembrance. Now going on to our back bar, we have Radiant Aura, Extended Ritual, Honor the Dead, Restoring Focus, Explosive Charge, and Aggressive Warhorn. First ability we have is down in the Restoring Light skill line. It is the third ability to unlock. Starts off as Restoring Aura. We then morph it to Radiant Aura. Next ability we have is still in the Restoring Light skill line. It is the fourth ability to unlock. Starts off as Cleansing Ritual. We then morph it to Extended Ritual. Next ability we have is still in the Restoring Light skill line. It is the first ability to unlock. Starts off as Rust Ceremony. We then morph it to Honor the Dead. Next ability we have is still in the same skill line. It is the last ability to unlock. Starts off as Rune Focus. We then morph it to Restoring Focus. Next ability is then in the Adriatic Spear line. It is the third ability to unlock. Starts off as Focus Charge. We then morph it to Explosive Charge. For the ultimate on this one, we are using Aggressive Warhorn, which is all the way down into the Assault skill line. It starts off as Warhorn. We then morph it to Aggressive Warhorn. If you do not have it or do not want to use it, a good option for that one would then be all the way back up into the Dawn's Wrath skill line, or we would use Nova and we would morph it then to Solar Disturbance. For passives here with the Adriatic Spear line, you want to get all your passives here. Same as with the Dawn's Wrath. And along with Restoring Light. For weapons, we are only using one-handed and shield skill line, so we will only get our passives there. For armor, you want to make sure to get all your armor since we are running a 5-1-1 ratio with 5 heavy, 1 light, and 1 medium. So we want to make sure to get all of our passives in here because this will benefit us quite significantly, even though we may only run one piece in each. When it comes to improved sneak, you do not need to get that if you do not so desire. Next, I have Soul Magic. If you want to allow yourself to revive once every hour without spending a soul gem. For Fighters Guild, I have Intimidating Presence, Slayer, Banish of the Wicked, and Skilled Tracker. For Mages Guild, I just have Persuasive Will for questing purposes only, so you do not need to unlock that if you don't want to quest. Over in Daunted, we want to make sure to get those passives there as well. I am running an Imperial. You do not have to run the Imperial race. This is what I just like to run. Just due to this is my idea of what a Templar tank would be. The Holy Paladin would be an Imperial race in my idea. Run whatever race you so desire. Alchemy, we want to make sure to get medicinal use here. And for provisioning, depending on what type of food or drink you want Gourmet if you're using a food, and Connoisseur if you're using a drink. Over into inventory for slottable items, like I said, you can use Bewitched Sugar Skulls, but I tend to use the Crown Fortified Meal or Tri-Stat Food. For potions, we are running Crown Tri-Restoration Potions because I get this in dailies. If you do not have enough for dailies, then I would suggest getting Tri-Restoration Potions. Basically, Essence of Health, they give you health, magicka, and stamina. Now for weapons, starting on our front bar, we have the Sanctuary with the Crusher enchantment within the infused trait. Sanctuary set gives us max health, gives us 4% healing taken, gives us 1000 max magicka, 5-piece increasing our healing received by 10% for us and up to 11 group members within 10 meters. If your healer is running this set, another set I would recommend is found in the Daggerfall Covenant under Alkir Desert called Order of Deny. This gives us max health again, 4% healing taken, an additional 5% healing taken and gains minor vitality at all times, increasing your healing received by 8%. For the shield, we are running the Tormentor with max stam enchantment with the sturdy trait. Tormentor set gives us 1000 max health, gives us 4% healing taken for 3 and 4, and 5 is when we deal direct damage with a charge, leap, teleport, or pull ability. We gain 3500 physical and spell resistance, and taunt the enemy to attack us for 15 seconds. Over to the back bar, same with the Sanctuary set, we are running the Weakening enchantment with the power trait to increase our healing done by 4%. Shield on the back bar is Stam enchantment with the Tormentor with reinforced trait. For monster set, we are running the Engine Guardian set. We have max health on the head with infused trait. The Engine Guardian set gives us 124 health recovery. And when we use an ability, we have a 25% chance to summon a Dwemer Automaton to restore 531 stam or Magicka or 2000 health to us every half second for 6 seconds. And this can only happen once every 10 seconds. On the chest, we're running the Tormentor set with the Health enchantment with reinforced trait. Shoulders is the Engine Guardian with Stam enchantment, sturdy trait. The waist is the Sanctuary set with Stam enchantment, sturdy trait. Hand is the Tormentor set with Stam enchantment, sturdy trait. Legs is from the Tormentors with Stam enchantment, reinforced trait. And the feet is from the Tormentor set with Stam enchantment, sturdy trait. Over into jewelry, we are running the Sanctuary set. The neck, I have Stam recovery enchantment with robust trait on it to increase max stam by 847. Ring of the Sanctuary, I have Magicka recovery with arcane trait on them. Now over into champion point systems there. Starting in the green tree, I have 20 points into Glided Fingers, 10 into Fortune Favor, 15 into Wanderer, 20 into Breakfall, 33 into Soul Reservoir, 50 points into Meticulous Disassembly, 50 points into Treasure Hunter, 10 into Steadfast Enchantments, 30 points into Rationer, and 75 points into Liquid Effects. Over into the blue tree, I have 10 points into Tireless Discipline, 10 points into Eldritch Insight, 40 points into Blessed, 40 points into Quick Recovery, 40 points into Hardy, 40 into Preparation, 40 into Elemental Aegis. Then we have 30 points into Duelist Rebuff, 10 points into Enduring Resolve, 10 points into Unassistable, then 50 points into Bulwark. Over in the red, we have 50 points into Boundless Vitality, we have 50 points into Rejuvenation, 10 points into Defiance, 15 into Tumbling, 20 into Mystic Tenacity. We got 20 points into Survival Instincts, 25 into Tampered Souls, 50 points into Spirit Mastery, 20 points into Tireless Guardian, 15 points into Savage Defense, with 45 points into Fortification. There you have it for the Paladin of Stendarr. Thank you all for watching. If you want to help support the channel, help by subscribing down below. And if you really want to keep up to date with this build or any of my other content, click that notification bell so that way you get notified when I do update a build or update a video. You can then go over to Twitch and follow me over there. I do stream there regularly at 6 p.m. Central Time. If you do have questions on the build, you can leave a comment down below, or you can go over to Twitter and ask me over there. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.